Hello and welcome to this month's episode of The Buzz. I'm your host, Dion Spires. Since its opening in 2001, the PACE Center in Lakeland has helped hundreds of girls graduate from high school, attend college, and find meaningful careers. Today, I'm joined in studio by Ellen Katzman and Jesselyn Pfeffer, staff from the PACE Center for Girls in Polk County, who are here to talk about how crucial this program is for youth in Polk County. How are you guys doing today?
Good,
Great,
thank you.
thanks.
Thank you for being here. You guys have a very, very important organization in this area, and we're going to start off by talking a little bit about what it is. Some people may not have heard of PACE Center for Girls. So what is the organization and what do you guys kind of represent here?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us. We're really excited to be here.
Yeah.
PACE is a nationally recognized and research-based organization for young women middle school through high school. It's gender responsive, and it's really all about helping them gain the skills needed to be in society, academically, social-wise, etc.
Mm-hmm. I was looking at your website, and across the nation, you guys have a lot of really great numbers to back up what you guys do to show that it is a successful program. Each year across Florida, you guys help 2,809 girls. That's the statistic that's on the website. So that's really great that you guys you have that big of a reach there. And it's
We're
really
nationally,
working.
as I said, we're nationally recognized, and right now there are 20 centers, but we're expanding and growing. In the next year, we'll be serving girls in Georgia as well.
Nice, nice. So how did you guys get involved with this? I imagine with this kind of an organization, you have to have some passion for it. So how did you guys fall in with it?
Well, I'll let Jessie talk
Oh,
first.
perfect. I actually moved here from upstate New York, and I started out as an intern working on my child development degree. And so I did an internship with PACE and just absolutely fell in love with working with adolescents, but most importantly, girls. I really enjoy working with young ladies, seeing their transformation from start to finish. It was really exciting. So as soon as I graduated, I moved to PACE. So I moved to Florida for PACE. So I've been here since 2010 with PACE, and I just really enjoy working with the girls. It's fun to see them transform.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ellen?
Well, I've been in the field of non-for-profit work for many years, and typically have worked in recreational as well as fundraising organizations. For me, this was totally different, but very intriguing. Like Jessie, it's amazing to come into an organization and know that you're really going to play a part in transforming young ladies' lives. And that's what we're doing. And the reality is, I've only been here 11 months, and they've probably transformed my life because they are amazing young women who have a lot of struggles, and have persevered and are doing just fabulous work.
Yeah, that's great. Now you guys both mentioned that you love working with the young women specifically. PACE Center for Girls, why is this an organization that caters to only girls in the area?
It's a great question, and we get asked all the time, is there a PACE Center for boys?
Right.
And the answer is no. This program was developed by a woman from Jacksonville, Vicki Burke, and she did it because girls were being treated equal as the boys in the juvenile justice system, and it's not the same. Girls have different needs, different demands, and they needed to be separated and treated differently. Hence, she developed this program.
Okay. Obviously, there's a certain way that you want to approach this kind of organization for girls. So you guys have certain values and principles behind it. Can you guys talk about that and what you guys stand for in that area?
So our values and guiding principles, they are at great lengths every day, every period in the classroom. The teachers are constantly it's kind of like caught you being good in a way where there's this list of values and guiding principles that we stand by, and when we catch the girls doing something where they're honoring the female spirit, or they're seeking excellence, or they're exhibiting courage, going outside their comfort zone, they're valuing the wisdom of time. Not only are we rewarding and acknowledging the students for doing those things, but we also are reminded of it when we're working with them. Some of our young ladies have experienced so much trauma, or they come in with some truancy issues, and you can't expect these young ladies to just change overnight. So sometimes even when we're just down in there really working with them, sometimes it could be a little frustrating. We really want what's best for them, and we actually remind each other as adults in the center that we have to value the wisdom of time, and we have to exhibit courage and seek excellence. And so not only are we catching the girls for those things, it helps us do our job as well. And so those values and guiding principles, if you come to the center and see, they're on banners all around the school. We're constantly reminding each other of those things. And it's just things that we try to live by and instill in the girls so that they can use at school and in the community.
Mm-hmm. Now, you guys also, your website says strength-based.
Yes.
That's how you guys kind of run your program. So talk about the importance of that and what that really means for how you guys interact with the girls and how you guys kind of strive for them to carry themselves.
Sure.
Strength-based is important because these young ladies, they have 3 or more risk factors when they're coming in, which means they've endured things that maybe adults haven't even had to endure. So difficulties that are going to make it difficult to be successful in the things that they're expected to be successful in, like school. And so strength-based for us is the second that they walk in the doors, I'm learning more and more about them, and I'm focusing on what they're good at, the things that they enjoy, the things that they're doing so well in, and we try to make it where the girls, we highlight those things. So maybe, okay, we know this girl came in with some truancy issues, but we're not constantly just getting onto her about her attendance. We recognize that she's a good sister, or she's a good friend, or she came in willing to learn. And so we highlight those things to outshine the struggles that maybe they've faced. And we do that constantly. So even when a young lady's experiencing maybe some disciplinary issues after she's been there a little while, we still, in those meeting with her parents, we're not always focusing on the things that she's needing to change and work on. We try to highlight the strengths so they outshine the weaknesses.
One of the things too, I don't know if we mentioned, but we are a year-round school. So there's academics that we focus on with the girls, there's counseling that we focus on every day, as well as the social interaction, self-awareness, etc.
Now, Jesse, you mentioned a few times in what you've said so far about how these girls come in with 3 or more cases of trauma or some sort of experience in their life. What is the criteria for a girl to be a part of PACE Center for Girls? Is there some sort of requirement there, or how do they get involved?
Right, so they can receive a referral from anyone. It could be somebody that's gone to PACE before, a guidance counselor is where I get a lot of my referrals from. And usually in the school setting is where you kind of realize that maybe there's something going on. So they're failing their classes, or they're tripping up academically, or with attendance, like I keep saying. But the risk factors means, like, so they come in and I give them a tour of the center and I get to know them, we do an assessment, and the risk factors that the girls could face could be anything. It could be loss of a parent, parent incarceration. We've had girls that come through the center that have experienced human trafficking. And so these risk factors I learn from the girl in a one-on-one assessment. And so yes, they do have to have at least 3, because we're partially funded by the Department of Juvenile Justice. And so what's important is that we prove that these girls have had these odds against them, and to where when they can come to the center, we can work through it and they can amount to more to overcome the things that they've had to face.
Now, Ellen, as Executive Director, maybe you can speak well to this. Can you talk a little bit about your staff in the program and what they do with these girls to really help them excel and reach their full potential there?
We have academics, so we have school teachers, educators, we have social services, so we have social workers, therapists. So school year-round, the normal classes, the girls go through their studying habits, learning the academics, the curriculum of Polk County. But during their day, based on their needs, they may need to leave the classroom and speak with their counselor. They may have an issue that arises. So in the school system, there are social workers, there are counselors, guidance counselors that work with girls. The big difference is that ours get seen every day, anytime that they need it, immediately. And that makes a big difference. So they work with them constantly.
Now, is this a school program that's K through 12, or what is
Middle school through high school.
Middle school through high school. So once a girl turns 18, or however old she is when she's a senior in high school, what happens after she finishes with your program? Is there a continuation somewhere, or is there communication
Ideally,
kept up?
we want them to graduate with their school of choice.
Okay.
They won't receive a diploma from PACE, but they can graduate from us. They can transition from us.
Okay.
Once they leave, then that's where Jesse and other counselors, other staff follow them. It's not just, here, you're done, go do something else. We do maintain a relationship, and I'm amazed that it seems like every day there's a past student that comes in, a former student wants to come see Jesse or the other staff, just to let them know where they're at. But my guess is they're not just wanting to let them know where they're at, they're needing them. So we do follow them for a while.
It's great that you guys have a connection with your students, and it's not just you know, in the school system sometimes the guidance counselor, you barely ever really go to them, or you're not comfortable enough with them. So
Well, it's because they have so many students.
They do.
Right.
We
Yeah.
have 56 students currently. We are moving the 1st of August to a new facility where it will allow us to serve additional girls. We are also going to be implementing a new program called REACH, which we will be going into schools, into Winter Haven, into some local general areas near us where the students don't come to us. So a little different program due to geography, due to their needs. We'll have therapists in the schools that will talk with them, so we'll be able to serve an additional 75 to 100 girls.
wow, that's a great improvement there, great growth. Jesse, can you talk a little bit about, Ellen was saying that you follow up with the girls, you keep in contact with the girls. Can you talk about maybe someone, without naming her name or
Right.
anything, who really is a prime example of what you guys can accomplish with PACE, with the helping the girls reach their full potential and really grow with you guys?
Yes, actually, there's many young ladies that do very well once they finish PACE, and like Miss Ellen was saying, we do keep up with them. There's one in particular, and that's why I began to smile when you asked me that question. I'm glad you asked. She finished at PACE successfully. She went on to, she's graduated with her bachelor's degree from Florida Technical College, and she's taken up criminal justice as a major, and she finished her associate's degree. Now she's gone back for her bachelor's degree, and she wants to be a juvenile probation officer. And so she wants to serve girls like maybe she had gone to school with, where they need the help that she can provide, and she's learned that. What's exciting is now with her associate's degree, the position that she's in, she can actually refer students to me. And so she gets to share her personal story about coming through PACE and how we helped her with the girls that she's referring. And so it's really powerful. So it's exciting for her to call me from a professional standpoint and say that she has a referral for me from her professional standpoint.
Yeah.
So pretty exciting.
That's awesome.
I think one of the first college graduations I got to go to for students. So that's really exciting.
That's really, really cool. All full circle there.
Yeah, completely.
That's awesome. Now, if the viewers want to get more information about PACE, or maybe a girl's watching and she wants to get involved with PACE, where can the viewers go to find more information?
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have as many people get involved with us as possible. They can go to pacecenter.org/Polk. There's also will be a piece on there in terms of donations. Something we didn't get to talk too much about, but we do receive funding from 3 sources. One is the Department of Education, one is the Department of Juvenile Justice, and one are private funds. We're in the process right now of a growth campaign for additional programs and services, and we're doing very well, but can always in the need of additional funds. So anybody who's willing and able, we certainly appreciate that. Any girls who are looking and needing services, all the information is there as well.
Great. Well, thank you guys so much for talking about it.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you very much.
And you guys have a great program.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's time for a quick break, but make sure that you stay tuned to hear from some students at the PACE Center for Girls coming up next.
Woo! The Great American Road Trip, just me and my best friend Keegan. Ain't that right?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been working on this new move. It's called the double dab. What I think the cool kids are calling it double dipping.
Nice.
Hey, how come you didn't have work today? Oh, man, I'll get it. All right, you just focus on the road. I'll be your PT. Keegan, it's your boss, and he's wondering why you're not at work.
I called in sick.
Apparently you didn't.
I texted him.
Apparently he didn't get it.
Maybe I didn't have service.
He seems peeved.
Peeved? Who says that?
But that's not the point. The point is that you didn't call in properly. That's irresponsible.
What are you, my mom? I had it on my to-do list.
I hope you don't get fired for this.
As my PT, I'm gonna need you to cover for me.
Are you asking me to be your excuse guy?
Isn't that what best friends do?
I thought Adam was your best friend.
If Adam were my best friend, then he'd be sitting right there in that seat, texting my boss.
Okay, all right. How's this for an excuse? Doctor's appointment.
Too cliche.
Your house burned down.
Way too intense.
Your dog threw up.
Not intense enough.
Impromptu camping trip.
Honest, but that would definitely get me fired.
Car probs.
We could work with that.
Okay.
Hey, send one of those cute cat memes with it too. He has a soft spot for animals.
Done.
You're the best.
I'll turn this up. This is my jam.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it. When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director here, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for.
To see you makes me proud.
I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
How we basically met is our sophomore year of physiology class in college. I just saw her and she looked friendly, so I went down and sat next to her a couple of times, and then after that we just became friends.
No, I just saw a girl who knew how to dress and had a friendly face. Our love is very genuine, I feel like, from the moment we started bonding as friends.
We come from totally different backgrounds. We come from totally different religions.
Our friendship doesn't see religion. It sees personality. It sees the heart.
This girl just randomly came up to me after class and she's like, "Why do you wear that?" I felt, if I was alone, I would have felt like targeted or like kind of afraid, but I had her by my side, so I would just answer her. I'm like, I wear it because I'm Muslim and it's just my religion, it's my choice. And just because I don't look like everyone else doesn't mean that you get to talk to me that way or you can treat me that way.
Love is being there for each other no matter what.
Welcome back to The Buzz. In case you're just tuning in to this month's episode, we're shining a spotlight on the Pace Center for Girls in Polk County. Now I'm joined in studio by America, Ashley, and Antonia, who are all currently students at the Pace Center for Girls. Thank you for being here, and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So let's start off by talking a little bit about the Pace Center for Girls and how you guys got involved with it. How'd you guys hear about it?
I was first introduced to PACE when my sister learned about it. She was a former student, and she is now successfully graduated on the college, so I'm hoping to follow in the same path.
That's awesome.
I too, well, not too, because that was her sister, but I learned from a friend because she was going there, and she knew the things that I was going through, and so she suggested it to me, and I ended up going there, getting enrolled, and I loved it.
And Tony?
Actually, my guidance counselor sent a referral to Ms. Jessie, and so I was suggested for my counselor.
Okay. Now, have you guys been with Pace Center for Girls for a while, or are you guys newly involved with them?
I've been at PACE for over a year and a half now, and I'll be graduating May 21st.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
January is going to be my year mark at PACE.
Okay, great.
I've been here for a year and a half, too.
Okay. So talk to me a little bit about the experience at Pace Center for Girls. What is a day in the life of a student there kind of like?
Go ahead.
I'm used to it now, but it's just we walk in and we sign in, we eat breakfast. After breakfast, we go to class and eat lunch and then go home.
Okay.
It's a pretty typical day, like at a public high school. We have 7 classes, and like earlier, they were saying that we are able to step out of the classroom, so if anyone were to have an issue, we could always step out and go see our counselor.
Yeah, we follow the same curriculum as any other schools, The only thing different is that we receive a lot of individual help. So if anybody was struggling academically, we get more help than we would in a regular school. I mean,
everyone's very, they're very focused on everybody's individual needs. So classroom sizes are smaller. I think the largest classroom size is 15 girls.
Wow. I know that helps to have a smaller class size because when I went to college, I chose to go to a school that had a smaller class size instead of the big like auditoriums and stuff. So having that one-on-one interaction, I imagine, is really beneficial. And it sounds like you guys have a lot of support, both from the faculty at Pace Center for Girls from what we were talking about in the first half of the show, but also I'd imagine from kind of the fellowship of girls there. Can you guys talk about that environment and how that's helpful in a school environment?
I mean, an all-girls school is not your ideal thing. Everybody thinks it's an all-girls school. No, run away. But it's once you're there, you make a lot of friendships, and some of the friendships last longer than the school year. And you learn to depend on one another because everybody has something going on, so no one's better than anybody else. So it's really good to have a friend. You can always talk to a friend to support you and push you to do your best in school. So you get a lot of support from your friends at Pace.
Like she was saying with the friendships, it's nice to have somebody to talk to know what you're going through. And so they understand you. Everybody's very welcoming and the staff is very genuine and they want to know how you are. So that's very important to us.
Can you guys talk a little bit about your relationships with the staff? Are you guys close with your counselors or your teachers, or how are they helping you?
Like I said, everyone is very genuine. They're always there. They put your best interests first, and so they're always there to see what you need.
Can you guys talk about, in your time thus far at Pace Center for Girls, how that organization has kind of helped you guys in your life and helped you guys grow?
Like Ms. Jessie said, we have risk factors, and one of my risk factors was loss of a family member. And so after that happened, I had dropped out of school for over a year and a half, and I was very behind. I had no thoughts of going to college or any sort of that. But when my friend told me about Pace and I joined, I realized by the support of my my classmates, and the staff that I am greater than anything I've ever come to know, and I can excel in anything I try if I believe in myself. And now I'm going to be graduating with my class 2018, and I will be going off to Polk State College to go and to nursing for rehabilitation nursing.
Wow, that's awesome. Nursing is a really difficult field to get into, but my fiance is a nurse, and I know it's really, really rewarding too. So that's going to be really, really great. What about you guys? How have they helped you guys thus far?
Okay, Pace, we have a class, and it's called Spirit of Girls, and our teacher, she's the Spirit of Girls teacher, and she has taught us to love ourselves and taught us that we have worth and to believe in ourselves. And she encourages us and inspires us to be better than what we thought we were when we came into Pace. So it helped me a lot, that class and her.
Nice. Now, Ashley, you already told us a little bit about what you're doing after you leave the Pace Center for Girls program. America and Antonia, can you talk a little bit about what your goals are after the program?
Like I said earlier, I want to go to college. So when I transition from Pace, I'm going to go back to my regular high school, do dual enrollment, and I can graduate with my high school diploma and my associate's degree. I'm going to do my dual enrollment at Polk State and hopefully transfer to a university to go into the medical field as well.
Great. Antonia?
When I leave Pace, I'm going to end up going back to a public school. After I graduate, I'm going to college to become a pediatric dentist. But in the meantime, I'm going to be a pediatric or dental hygienist until I can become a pediatric dentist.
Awesome. Those are all great goals. I couldn't do the medical field or the dental field. That's just not my thing. So mad respect for you guys for trying to do that. So let's talk about, we talked about your kind of being surrounded by girls who are in similar situations and how they boost you up. I imagine you guys have some good memories from the Pace Center for Girls. Can you talk about some of your favorite memories or your favorite moments within the program?
My favorite memory was this summer. It was my first summer session, you would say, because I've never gone to summer school. And so I just hated it. I did not want to go to school during the summer, but it came with a lot of good things. I got my credits, and I got to go on field trips.
Nice.
So my first field trip was at Disney, and I've never been there before, and I got to see a bunch of animals, and I got to spend all day playing in the water, going on roller coasters, eating good food, and it was just the best time ever.
That's a pretty good summer school situation.
Yeah.
We all went to Disney.
Yeah,
we were summer.
Yeah.
I think it was just the bonding with our friends, like when we go on field trips, like the bonding with our counselors and whoever goes on the field trip with us and our friends. Those are like the memories that you won't forget from going to Pace.
Yeah, absolutely.
The field trips were fun, but some of the things that we do like in school too is like Spirit Week. So this past Spirit Week we had Pajama Day, we had Character Day, so it was really fun seeing all the girls and all the staff because the staff like to participate.
Nice.
And so that was really fun to see and just do.
Yeah, those are the things that really keep you going in a school situation. It's always the things that you look forward to that are fun like that. So that makes a huge difference. What have you guys learned about yourself through participating in the program?
I've learned that I wasn't as patient with people as I am today. I also learned that I need to believe in myself and that it really helps when others give you recognition for your accomplishments and push you to strive forward so you can better, believe in yourself, have better confidence. I think that's what I gained from Pace, is a lot of confidence that I didn't have before.
That's great.
I think that when we all come in, we are like doubting ourselves with our schoolwork, and our teachers and our counselors and the staff like believe in us, so we like have that drive to keep going and to be successful. And they have taught me to be so goal-oriented and to have time management and to manage my time. And yeah.
Nice.
I've learned that we're all stronger than we think, and that if we just have enough support and we push ourselves through what we're going through, we can overcome anything.
Absolutely. And if there's a girl out there watching the show right now who maybe didn't know about Pace Center for Girls and she feels that maybe this is a program that could help her, what would you guys say to that girl who's watching based on your experience?
Go ahead.
Come like take a tour or call and see how you can like take a tour and come.
I would say come and just see all the opportunities that you could have at Pace and how much of an amazing program it is.
Definitely come.
Yeah. All right. Great. Well, thank you guys so much for talking to me and being willing to do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I wish you guys the best of luck in all your goals after the program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for this month, but if you'd like to catch this episode again, tune in to PGTV on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 1 and 7 a.m. or p.m. You can also find this and all of our previous episodes of The Buzz on Polk Government YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this month's episode of The Buzz, and I'll see you next time.